Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sand Hills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Sip is back from his trip to the West Coast. Sip, you got back around 4 o'clock yesterday from L.A.?
Yeah, smooth travels.
Nice. There and back.
Travel.
There and back.
Yeah, there and back.
Wow.
A lot of Ubers, a lot of L.A. A lot of L.A. Wow.
The weather looked
What's that
incredible.
supposed to
It looked nice.
Bill, it was extraordinary. Yeah, it was extraordinary.
What time? 70 degrees? High 60s?
As they call it, a Chamber of Commerce weekend.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe for the locals a little bit chilly. But it was, 60s, high 60s for the game, sunshine. You saw that. I don't know. I mean, the thing I kept thinking, I think about you on these trips a little bit. How do you recruit against USC? If you're a kid, I mean, USC should never, ever be short of skill players, ever.
Correct.
Because they do football really well. I mean, that stadium is incredibly gorgeous. And I mean, it's not once you're in it, and the scene is incredible. It's just, I don't know. It's the Coliseum, man. They're gonna have the Olympics there. They're gonna raise the floor of it somehow in the next 4 years, and there's gonna be a track. But anyway, it's beautiful.
The pictures you see, both from social media you guys posted and just the video and stuff, it looks incredible not being there. Sometimes like video does not do itself justice. I feel like, holy crap, this place looks amazing.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
You
got to recruit against it.
It's a very odd football stadium, though. Just because there's a big part of it that there's no one in because it's ways away from the field. So it's just
that one end zone.
Yeah, one end zone. It's very weird looking. So it's odd to
for sure.
There's never a time that would be listed as like, well, this is one of the most incredible places to play. It's not LSU. It's not Texas A&M.
No,
it's not the Big House. It's not it's nothing like that.
There's still something really cool about it.
I agree with that. That's 100%.
Yeah, and you're right. That one end zone, the band's in that. Yeah. They put the band in that far back end zone, and then they lit the cauldron. They lit that cauldron. It was cool.
It felt like watching it when I had a chance to watch most of this game, which was fun because Leighton, which I must throw this out for idle chit chat, is the YouTube 4-screen, which I was against. The
quad box.
The quad box is incredible.
It is
the
awesome.
Quad box is incredible, and then you just flip. Then you just flip over to it and go big screen.
Yes.
If there's something, hey, let's really watch this game now a little bit.
Tell me about the quad box.
We had 4 games going at once.
And you did,
and you can change the audio, which one you want.
Yeah, you change the audio, and so all of a sudden, and Leighton ran it incredible. He did an incredible job of running the audio. And all of a sudden we'd say, hey, let's go big box.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sip, you would love the quad box. Love the quad box.
I was not ready to run it. I had somebody running it for me, but I was kind of a puppet regime. I made the call. Hey, let's go to
bottom left.
Yeah, let's go bottom left. Let's go big. Let's go big box bottom left.
That sounds incredible.
You call the game.
But when we went to the Nebraska game, obviously Leighton's a huge Nebraska fan also, was that it felt like you're at a NFL game, Jags Patriots. That's what it felt like in Jacksonville. So it felt
quiet.
Like
You mean pretty
quiet?
Yeah. The crowd wasn't that bad.
Yeah, on TV, it did not sound like a factor.
On TV, it sounded like
Nebraska fans sounded louder than USC fans on TV.
There was no loudness to anything.
The USC radio people at halftime were talking. They were lamenting about how it sounded like a Nebraska home game. It was it was 75,000 announced, and it was 75,000. It wasn't a great crowd, but it filled in. It's homecoming. I think because it was homecoming. It's filled in. When I showed you,
was there a homecoming dance afterwards?
I don't know that.
Was there a dance?
You weren't invited?
No.
Did you see the court?
I wasn't invited to anything.
Did you see the homecoming court at halftime?
I was busy at halftime, but
Eating or writing?
both.
Okay.
Yeah, both. No, it filled in. I thought I was wrong. I've been wrong so much that I should have my radio license pulled.
Do we have to have a license? Because I don't have one. So I just say that right now. If I'm supposed to be applying for a license, I don't have one, and I could be doing.
You're doing this
things
illegally
wrong. Right now.
I thought about it on the plane ride. I've been wrong so much this year. It's almost scary to me how out of touch I am. I thought it would be like 40,000 people.
I did too. Oh, no, I was with you on that.
What was the attendance?
I didn't think 40, but I thought it'd be low.
75. And it was that.
You sent us a picture 20 minutes before the game started. And there was
nobody.
There was 1,000
we saw
people
that
there.
picture.
It filled in. It was, and that's LA, right?
The traffic.
That's just the
Late
vibe,
arriving crowd.
kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It was a good crowd. It was a great scene.
That's an early game for LA. 1 o'clock. That's
yeah.
an early game. They're later. That's not their deal.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the town was buzzing about, but it wasn't that game.
I will say this: if people are wondering if there is a difference between the Coliseum and the Rose Bowl, there is.
Mm-hmm.
The Rose Bowl's way better.
Way better.
Not even close. Not even close.
I hate to say that, but
it's
not.
It is.
But
way better.
but if that was my home venue, like Lincoln Riley, I'd love it.
Yeah, but then I have to ask this: okay, if there's 75K there, you think there's more Nebraska fans in the USC or not? What would you say the split was when all was said and done?
I wouldn't say there was more. I think they were louder. I'd say the split would be 45,000 USC, 30 Nebraska.
That's really good. That's a hell of a travel for Nebraska.
Yeah, I wonder what
30,000 on the
people would
road.
say. Yeah, it was allowed. They don't all come from Nebraska.
Right.
A lot of them are just already there.
Sure.
But
yeah, and then you have Arizona so close.
Yeah,
and there's so many. I mean, there's thousands upon thousands, and that's probably the game they picked. Okay, we can drive to LA. Easy trip.
100.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah. So it was great. It's a great scene, but again, they should never be short on talent, and especially skill talent. USC
skill.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. But I felt they were extremely low on talent.
I thought their skill was pretty good.
The back end in the defense, talented. Number 7, talented, and they had some skill on offense.
Yeah,
but
skill on
the
offense.
front 7 on defense was below par, shaky, really below.
Yeah, they're not. That's what I kept telling Sean. This isn't Pete Carroll. USC. They lost 4 or 5.
They were 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost 4 of their last 5.
Yeah,
I think that was
they
also
had.
They had lost 4 of their last 5.
One score losses, like Nebraska.
They went to Maryland.
Still though, they're not.
They got beat by Maryland. But up
And
front and
Minnesota.
defensively,
right?
They would do anything for a John Bullock. They don't have one even close. They don't have one even close to the linebacker.
A mouthful there.
It's true. They don't. They don't have anyone. Their speed at linebacker. I was taken, and there's no big bodies walking around.
They're not big.
They're not bigs at all.
They don't have them. They got skill though.
Yeah,
they'll always have skill. That's why I said.
And they were. I will say this: they were pretty solid up front on the O line.
Pretty good.
They were.
They paved the way for Marks.
They just in the run game and in protection, pretty decent.
I don't know what else to say. There was a lot, but we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
But it's a town. I couldn't do it.
You could not live in LA.
No.
You're saying?
No.
One time's enough for you.
Oh,
you look forward to going back to LA?
Yes.
Okay.
As a visitor, but not living. I can't wait to go back. That hotel, Bill, that you've stayed in 100 times. I thought it was excellent.
I raved about it. Just the rooms are super small.
Yeah, my room. I stayed in a handicap room, so it was pretty big.
Big room.
Nice. You caught a break.
I joked to
Nice.
Sean, you put me in a handicap room because I'm 58.
Yeah.
I got up there, and one of the kind maids tried to help me in the room. I'm like, no, I'm fine.
Oh no,
I can get
good.
Did you talk loud, you too? Sir,
right,
over here.
I was kind of fumbling around like I do.
So you had a
normally.
railing to go to the bathroom. That was nice.
There was that all
railing
that.
in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a pretty big room. Actually.
Okay.
You got lucky then.
It's the lobby area is really nice.
It is.
It is really nice.
The bar area?
Yeah, I told you that's where the coaches convention was at.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Well, that's where everybody would meet at. I told you that's where every coach stayed at the LAX Marriott. That's the only.
Oh, but they didn't have the convention there.
No, the convention was not there. No, but it was like one.
Okay.
You'd go down, you get done about about 8:30, head down to the lounge.
Oh,
and it would just be packed.
Oh, that coaches. Lounge. I could see it. I can envision it.
It was just packed. Yes.
Wow. That's it.
Anything else, Idle Chit Chat?
No,
we'll move on.
Sorry.
Okay. That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Renew. Call or text David at 402-833-3858 or go to renewyourauto.com. They do everything from body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, and more at renewyourauto.com. Well, you were at the game, Sip. Nebraska falls 28-20 at USC. Huskers, fun start, pick 6 by Sierra Wright to make it a 7-0 lead. And then, a really kind of a back and forth game after that. But USC does prevail 28-20. Nebraska still looking for that 6th win of the season. And there's a lot of ways to go with this one. With Nebraska's defense, again, had the pick 6, had a nice forced fumble in USC territory, but still 400-plus yards given up by this defense. And the offense, once again, in the first game of Dana Holgorsen, had some wrinkles, but not enough to get them over the hump.
Right. Had a pick 6.
Yep.
Had a blocked field goal.
Blocked field goal, too.
Forced a fumble in USC territory. Usually.
What was what yard? Where was that at?
16, I think.
It was a short
inside the 20.
Short field goal.
I think it was 16.
Yeah.
Short field goal.
It was
so
short.
Usually when you do that, you win, is how I would characterize that. If you do those 3 things, you have a really good chance of winning. Block a field goal.
27-yard field goal blocked by Nebraska. Sierra Wright off the edge, untouched.
Right. So I don't. Yeah, there you go. Are you asking where they took over after the block field goal or after the fumble?
After the fumble.
After the fumble. After the fumble. I was right.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the Trojan 16. All they got is a field goal out of it. That series of events started with a run for 0, a pass to Naor for 7, and then what was a pass to Emmett Johnson for -3, 3rd and 3, kick it.
Dylan missed a wide open Jamal Banks.
That's the one.
That was a great play call, I thought, by Holgorsen. Banks was wide open to the left, and Dylan just didn't look that way. Or
he kind of he rolled. Yeah, he kind of stepped to his right.
Right, where Banks would have had it wide open in the left end. So
it was a screen and go. Yeah, it was a screen and go. Is what the call was. Yeah,
and he just look away from it too fast.
I don't know what made that happen. I don't know that.
That was my assessment.
When I saw the play happening, you could see it from the distance. I was sitting by Leighton. I go, oh, screen and go wide open.
I said everybody was saying.
Yeah, it was
the whole press box was like, oh, they had Banks wide open.
He did.
Anyway,
I felt they couldn't have been in a better spot because the early vibe from watching the game was USC not even remotely close, ready to play. The pick 6 was a sailed pass, but the reason the corner could intercept it was because the outside receiver just jogged.
He did.
If you just watch it, if he takes off and runs his route, the corner's out of there. Instead, he just jogged, and then when they intercepted it, he just stood there and watched it. And I was, and so you're watching the game. I mean, I remember saying, I told Leighton, I said, watch this, watch the outside wide receiver. I said he doesn't run his route, which allowed the corner just to stand there. So when he overthrew it, threw it right to him.
Yeah.
Then as I'm watching the game too, and just talk about just being aware that when USC, I think, ties the game and goes down, they get a personal foul at the 3 in the end zone. They had 1st and 2 at the 2, and they got a personal foul in the end zone.
That's right.
USC did, and the receiver came off the field, and he was laughing. They showed it on if you watch the deal, he was laughing, talking to other teammates, laughing.
Yep.
And I'm like I go, oh wow. They are nowhere remotely ready to play. This is huge advantage for Nebraska. Now they end up getting a touchdown on the ball going over the top or through Malcolm's hands, unfortunately. But when you were watching it, they had personal fouls. They were not ready to roll. They really
had
weren't.
70 yards of penalties in the first half. 70 penalty yards, and a lot of that was personal fouls.
Yeah,
just sloppy, just undisciplined football.
When you were watching it, there was never one time you thought, "Man, SC is ready to go."
No.
Did not. See
I like
it.
their offense, though. I don't mind their offense.
Nope. And they ran the ball well, ran counter very well.
Oh yes.
So USC had no penalties in the second half. They had 5 for 70 at halftime, 0 in the second half.
Now I might give them some grace. Is in terms of the not ready. I might give them some grace because nobody wrote it. I don't know if anybody wrote this, but I was listening to Lincoln Riley's press conference. He says over half the team had the flu.
Really?
Yeah, he said it was like a mass unit this week, and they were really concerned about it. Now some guys just might have been sick. I mean, out there playing.
No, what I was watching was I didn't see it.
Wonderful.
I know.
Sick team.
Yeah, well, he said half the team. He said he goes, well, probably over half the team we had the flu. I know. I thought the exact same thing.
That's a great look for Nebraska.
Yeah, that'd have been rough.
Lost to
if that would have been on the flip side, though, if there would have been a shot of a Nebraska player coming off the field and talking to his teammates and laughing after getting a 15-yard penalty, it'd be up in arms.
We'd be up in arms.
Yeah, it would be.
So Jake would be up in arms.
Yeah, I would.
And
absolutely.
then
100%.
Also the receiver caught some balls later, so he could have easily ran the route where he just jogged off the ball that forced the. Now it's still a bad throw. He sailed it.
This game had just some bizarre things happen for both teams. Again, the fumble that Nebraska got was bizarre. I thought on the strip sack by Ty Robinson.
Yeah.
Miami was just going out of bounds basically, and he fumbles the ball. Great play by Ty. And then again, the critical third down play in this game. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it bounces off. I forget who it bounced off, but they get the first down.
Who had the third down? Oh yeah, USC got it.
Yeah, because it was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And then it bounced off Nebraska.
Right.
And was it Woody Marks in that catch, or who was that? I forget who made the catch.
I think it was number 6. Let me look.
But it gets enough for for 4th and 1, and then they make the long run on the option play, obviously, to make put it away.
That was a classic example. As I was watching it, I go, Lincoln Riley will have a play, and he had a play.
Oh, that was a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
This was in the
late second half.
Mid fourth quarter.
Yeah.
3rd and 10. Yeah, it's tipped to 6. Whoever 6 is. God dang, I have an incredible memory. 6.
Don't have that in my.
I don't. Oh, I have it, Jake, right here in the program.
I don't think it'll really change the show much.
It's going to change my life.
Number 6.
I don't think that's going to change.
It's Makai Lemon.
There you go, Lemon.
Makai Lemon.
Yes.
Breakers Lemon.
Very, very fortunate.
Yes.
Hold on, I'll get his information here.
Where's he from, Sip?
He's a 5'11", 190-pound sophomore from Los Alamitos, which must be close to L.A.
LaSalle, yeah.
Yeah, LaSalle.
Yeah.
So anyway, they got that.
Lincoln Riley had a play. When it went to 4th and 1, it wasn't just inside. He had a play.
You know what the big play was?
They had motion off of it, and then they ran the option, which was, like I said, is incredible. I'm not sure who. There was someone obviously at fault, but how it broke. That's a nice play by John Bullock running the guy down.
Which play are we talking about?
The option.
4th and 1 option.
Oh, yeah, 4th and a half yard.
Went for 36 yards, 30-something yards.
It was a gorgeous play.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley had a play. That was the one time you saw a veteran play caller. I got a play.
Oh yeah, and I think that was Butler out there. Now I don't cast aspersions on Jamari Butler, whoever that was out there. It was 2-on-1. You know.
Oh no,
he was 2-on-1.
They lost the pitch player.
Right.
They lost the pitch player.
Now maybe that's what you do is play the pitch player, because I don't know if that quarterback's going to turn it up for much yardage. Maybe it would.
He could get yards, but he wouldn't have got what he got.
34.
But that's not.
They got 34.
You have your set defense, and I would imagine if it's 4th and 1, you're in some form of man coverage. Because
absolutely.
So that's where the error was at some point.
Well, and that's where they got him.
And there was eye candy on the play. There was an orbit motion with it. There was a lot of things going on.
And now you're the coach in the room. I'm almost the coach in the room.
Near coach, yeah.
My guess is they haven't shown that play all year with Miller Moss.
Probably not. I would imagine not. That was a play. As I said, you always talk about, hey, do you have a play? I got one.
Now, my opinion of Lincoln Riley was strong going in. I like Lincoln Riley almost as like Jimbo. It's better coming out. I mean, he's a great play caller.
He does.
He's a magnificent offensive mind.
He does. The counter game was tough, which was a little surprising to me, because counter was the run game that got him back in the game against Washington. That was their run. That was what they did. and so they were able to do that.
They were able to do it all right.
When they ran the football against Washington down, they got down inside the 5 and couldn't run it because they got away from counter, because generally you don't want to pull linemen in the low red zone.
Marks, 19 carries, 146. That's Woody Marks.
It's a 7.7 yards per carry for Woody Marks. Also, he had 6 catches for 36 yards. He was remarkable in this game. He was good. Very good.
I want to make an assessment and see if Bill agrees. Just
agree with you no matter what.
No, I just want to see if you agree.
Okay.
If I just step back away from this game and assess it, the difference was Nebraska, USC has a better running back, and I'd almost argue a much better running back than Nebraska. Woody Marks, 7.7 a carry, and then the second key was their ability to exploit matchups in Nebraska's secondary. Just go after coverage and complete huge passes against them. That's the difference, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're probably not. Those are 100% accurate. And the last thing you would add would be red zone offense.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Red zone offense for Nebraska. When you get the ball at the 16,
You got to go.
You got to score a touchdown.
You got to get to the hut.
That game changes dramatically with touchdowns.
Yep.
I mean, because in the end, you look at it and you say, okay, what was the? I mean, this isn't like a big surprise in the football office, but they had 13 points on offense.
Right.
And so
It's not enough
against a defense it was 96.
Yeah, 96 in scoring.
96 in scoring defense.
Yeah, scoring defense. They're 96.
Again, this is a team in USC that has lost a lot of close games this year, and you saw the reason why in the fourth quarter. We mentioned back-to-back drives in Nebraska territory ended with the fumble and missed field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Blocked a 27-yard field goal blocked. That they're finding ways to lose also.
Right.
And Nebraska just did more than they could to lose that game.
Get the ball.
There were so many missed opportunities on both sides of the ball. Again, there was a lot of interceptable passes that Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
They got the pick 6, but again, you said, Bill, in the end zone, Hartsaw goes through his hands, touchdown. Could have been picked off. Tommy Hill early in the game.
Don't get me started.
Maeva's rolling to his right, throws it up a prayer. Tommy Hill,
kind of misplayed
it. Could have picked it off. Next play gets ran around for an easy touchdown.
Well, the next play was the issue to me.
He gave up on the play.
Yeah,
he did not try to really tackle.
Nope.
It was not a great effort by Tommy Hill.
I don't know what you say. I don't know what you do. You can't. I don't mind talking about it because it's right there in front of God and everyone to see. And I don't know, as a coach, Bill, I'm not going to ask you to address this. I don't know what I'd do in that situation. Like, you didn't even try to tackle him?
It was a very low effort. It appeared from TV viewpoint.
Move on.
Wasn't a strong effort. But again, other plays in the game, like I mentioned, the 3rd and 10 play that ends up being a 9-yard play, that was a ball that could have been picked off. It bounces off your guy, and they catch it for 9 yards.
Yeah,
there was opportunities galore, and the red zone play.
Yeah.
So they gave you chances to win. They wanted you to win this game, and you just said, "Nope, I'm good. Take it."
You have the ball with 2:45 left. Now you would have had to go for 2. They had down 8 with 2:45 to go. You think they could maybe make it interesting? I never had much hope that they would. Although, now if you didn't see the film, you don't know what I'm talking about. But the officiating thing, I hate to do every week. But Banks got mauled.
We all saw. Yeah, he got mauled.
Did you see it?
Oh, yeah, that was well talked about.
Okay.
There was a tug. Sometimes in the last play of the game, it's a little bit of play out there. There was a tug on the shoulder pad. You see that was drawn. The one thing I would say about
that was a horrible call
because
non-call
because there's no one that would be more infuriated with officiating than I was during coaching times. And then as I sat and watched quad box, there were calls that make that look like that was child's play compared to the missed calls that other calls.
Really?
That I see. It was like as you're watching, it's like, oh man. And I always bring this up, and is that that was a missed call, 100%.
100.
Most likely, like you said, if you get to apply your 2 or 3 do-overs, then they also get to apply 2 or 3 do-overs, and they generally have some. I'm sure their crowd, their fans are like, can you believe that they missed this one?
No,
but that was true
about that. So Brock Heward was the color analyst on the broadcast with Jason Benetti. He said, defenders are taught in a Hail Mary situation that you can get aggressive in terms of that. That was not a Hail Mary. That was at the 20-yard line. That was not a Hail Mary. So you couldn't play
I think
Hail Mary defense
I think he was
on that, right?
Yeah, I think he was just referring last play of the game.
Right.
But yes, but no, it's on Hail Mary, there's generally, whenever it comes together, they're not going to call a PI on a jump ball type of thing. It just doesn't happen.
In that particular instance, they didn't give Banks a shot to make the play. It was more than a tug. I mean, it's like he almost tackled him. I mean,
yeah, they had a nice play call because they being USC brought pressure, but Nebraska went max protect, which was so they had a matchup that it was favorable for it to happen.
You know what they did? You understand this. I was right down in that end zone. USC went 5 across, and they stood right on the goal line. Is that what you do?
Yeah, absolutely.
5 across.
Yeah, we the difference was we had 2 different calls. We called that win-win, which was a call you could get to if the clock was running. If you called win-win, that's what we did. It was what we did is we put the Mike linebacker in the middle of the field, and then safety, corner, across the board.
That's what it was.
That's exactly what it was.
Do you understand, Jake?
So
that was their defense, 5 across.
Well, you saw it. They're all in the end zone.
Yeah.
That's what you call that's a very common defense to play, because people always say, well, what are you doing on the last play of the game when the last play of the game's from the 20? Like that was. It's not you can't play what we call victory. That's when you're playing. That's not what you play at that time.
Okay.
And so also what they did, USC was somewhat smart on bringing pressure, because the one thing you don't want to have happen is kind of what happened with Milroe last year at Auburn.
What's that?
Where he just kind of runs around and has
time.
You don't want to let the quarterback run around out there. So they at least speeded the game up to have a chance.
I wonder in that situation, I'm thinking out loud, if you're the Nebraska quarterback, you just start running around. Take the snap and start and start.
Yeah, but
running.
they had enough people that if you tried to escape, it would have been some pressure. But anyway, they had a play and got it called, and it didn't work.
We haven't even talked about Dana Holgorsen, and what that looked like to you guys.
You want Rule's thoughts on that?
Please.
Yeah, here's Matt Rule, his thoughts on Dana Holgorsen's first game coaching as Nebraska's OC.
Yeah, I think what Dana's done is amazing. I mean, in such a short amount of time. And the first half, we only had 28 plays. Part of that's, when you score on defense, kind of flips those numbers. But we had a couple opportunities, to maybe make a little bit more. And we didn't do it. But just, the verbiage, the language, the timing, the ease with which guys got in and out, and guys that, haven't maybe touched the ball as much, made some plays. Although, like, Janier and Bonner today, did some really good things. So at the end of the day, offensively, they played man against us, and we just we're trying to find ways to win versus man. We have to find more and more ways to win versus man. And I think that was really at halftime kind of some of the things that he was looking for.
Hey, here's the deal. What do we talk about all week, or what do we talk about all the time? How do you play Nebraska? Pressure them and man them.
Mm-hmm.
They blitzed on 22 of the 43 drops of Dylan's drops. They pressured and they played man. That's what you do. And Dylan did not. I mean, they had a hard time. I mean, he on throws 20 yards plus down the field, he was only 1 for 7. Only threw 3 intermediate passes, just 10 to 20 yards, completed 1. 25 of 27 on 10 yards or less. Those plays they're just kind of trying to inch their way down the field.
Yeah.
They
are.
They don't get
generally
big
in passing always gets back to yards per attempt. I mean, that's what you're looking at. It's like anything else. If you rush the ball for 200 some yards, but you ran it 80 times, well, it's like, okay, it wasn't very good rushing.
Right.
Offense.
So Bill, they're 20. Dylan was 27 of 38 for 191. 27 completions, 191 yards. I mean,
that's not much.
No, it's not much there. Now there were some minor wrinkles. Bill would understand these, or probably see more than I did. They used an H-back early, which I hadn't seen, and they didn't go back to it. Maybe once again, maybe. They used Bonner more.
They did.
And they used like Borkacher played 28 snaps, that's new. Yeah. Borkacher hadn't been playing much. He played 28 snaps.
Three catches for 21 yards for Bonner.
Yeah, Bonner was, I just say the use of him was kind of a new element. Lindenmeyer catching that ball out of the backfield looked like a play I hadn't seen. Maybe it was just a basic play. And then the big thing was they wanted Dylan to get the ball out of his hand quicker. That was the whole kind of theme. And I guess that was all right. Couldn't get enough offense. Like Bill said, they scored 13. Scored 13.
And again, you had back-to-back red zone trips that resulted in field goals both times. That just can't on the road. That just can't happen. It can't happen anywhere. But that was rough.
No, I had another chance to win it. Once again, I'm wrong.
But I was reading SIP's post-game column from On 3. And
I heard some of that.
And it was right.
Did you get a couple?
A lot of breakers out there, by the way.
Nice.
God bless them.
But you said that this was all too predictable.
Yeah.
This was not a surprising
Incredibly
result.
predictable.
The way it all happened is not surprising to any Husker fan. Wow. I could have scripted this out and go like this.
Right.
When does that end? When does that end? That's been the last 4 games.
The defense doesn't get off the field enough. That's predictable. They get the ball with 2:45 left. They don't, really, it's not even much of a threat to get in.
No.
Predictable.
I want to be surprised in a good way.
Surprise me.
In a positive way.
Surprise me.
A positive surprise, please.
The part that stood out to me the most was just that the game was very available.
100.
Extremely available. Like I said, whether they were sick, not sick, there was never a time I watched this going like, whoa, USC is, wow. Are they ready to go?
The only times I kind of thought that was their offense. I like their offense.
And the quarterback made her on the quarterback run, made her to take the lead was a really good run because they had it defended
right
body wise. It was defended body wise. They just didn't make the play, and so that was odd. Which also was crazy. As he's running into the end zone, he extends the ball. I mean, within like a foot of somebody knocking it out after he'd already lost one.
He does that. Yeah.
I mean, the ball is. But if you went back and watched his UNLV, they showed some clips of the ball. There's no ball security.
He does
and that will cost you.
Well, he lost 6 fumbles at UNLV.
Yeah.
Jaden Maeva, who we're talking about, but I would stick with him.
Yeah,
I'd go with him.
I believe he did bring some extra energy to the team. Yeah. I think he did bring a little bit of hope and energy. But I don't look at that team. I do not look at USC. It's a team that's just scrapping. We got to get this bowl game.
I don't see that.
No, I think they're kind of, we'll go out and play. No. And I can't wait.
They competed.
They didn't shut it down.
No,
it wasn't like they shut down, but it also wasn't an on-edge team.
But Bill, does it mean something that they were flu-ridden?
Yeah, if you have people sick, absolutely.
Yeah,
it really does.
Something.
Now, I will say this.
Jake does not like that.
I just don't like that. Half the team's sick and you lost the game to them. Against a 4-5 team. Again, talented, but not amazing.
4-5 with half the team with the flu.
A team that finds incredible ways to lose this season, USC, and they found a way to win that game.
Woody was ready.
Woody was good.
Woody's good.
I love
I'm
Woody
going to tell you
Marks.
something about Woody Marks.
Woody Marks the dude.
I'm going to tell you something about Woody Marks. I don't know if you guys were watching closely. He got hammered early in that game. He got up slow once, walked off once. Nebraska can be vicious in terms of hitting. They got some guys that are vicious hitters. Bullock hammered him one time. Ty's a vicious hitter. And I thought, now the Marks came back and ran as well as he does. He's tough. Now, here's my question to you guys. Where is he in the Big Ten? Me and Sean were debating. Sean's like, he's a second team all Big Ten back. I'm like, Sean, how do you get him to second team? Jordan James is ahead of him. Help me. Oh, Caleb Johnson's ahead of him. Then that's leaving off Travion Henderson and Quinshon Junkins.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how you get him.
The Penn State backs, too.
Yeah, Penn State backs. I just don't know how you get him to, like, I'd say 5th best back in the league.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I would say this.
What would you say?
If you gave him the exact same scenarios as Caleb Johnson at Iowa, he's got more yards.
Ooh.
I would, if you gave him the exact same scenario.
You're supporting Sean on this.
Yes, I am.
You're on Sean's side.
Yes, I am on this one.
Really
if you gave him the exact same carries,
wow,
I believe he would get more done.
Really?
With it. Yes.
So you like Marks.
And I like Johnson too. I do like that, but no, I like Marks.
Marks was sort of an ordinary back at Mississippi State. Just ran for 523. That's all he did.
I thought he was very impressive. Like you said, he got.
He wasn't that gay. Yeah, I like it.
And O-line, they did a nice job.
Yeah,
they
did a good job.
They protected well
because Nebraska had trouble fitting up the counter.
USC, stick with Lincoln Riley. He'll get you there. Just stick with him.
We will have more discussion on this game throughout the show. Before we get to break, though, Sip, you had a long day of travel yesterday. I imagine.
What would he be?
I imagine you're starving right now.
I bet he
for
is.
breakfast, right? Are you starved?
Dana Holgerson brought us.
That's like the pre-treat before
What
breakfast.
was that? What did Coach bring you?
Dana Holgerson brought some mini cherry pies in. Thank you,
notices,
Dana.
at least. Yeah, Dana at the front door. Bill,
I brought him in this morning
about
5:40, not 5:30. I brought him in this morning. And so we must have missed Coach.
Where were they laying?
Right at the door, the side door
yeah.
right there. Right. Yes. And so they were sitting there, and there was a nice note for you.
From Dana Holgerson.
Thanks for the coverage, Dana.
Thanks for the coverage.
So
he appreciates it.
When this
that
wears,
is not Dana Holgerson.
No. When this wears
well,
off,
if it is,
though,
I'd feel terrible.
When this wears off, you want an actual breakfast at Early Bird.
What would you like?
Probably breakfast burritos, chicken fried steak, which is what, Bill?
Smothered.
A variety of pancakes, blueberry, banana,
Strawberry
pancake, strawberry pancakes,
cinnamon,
and of course the world famous hash holes. Hear that out there in LA too?
But I heard from breakers to plural.
Nobody said hash.
No, I never heard a hash hole. I heard some huts though.
Okay. There was we had a guest appearance on Friday. Ben came in as the guest hash hole.
He did.
Ben filled in for you.
You are kidding.
We waved him in. He
wasn't prepared.
He wasn't prepared, but Ben came in and killed it.
Did you kill it? God, he called Saturday. I didn't even know it was him.
That was young Ben who called you at noon.
Yeah.
Noon prompt.
I was wondering who it was.
I said you talked to Ben at noon today. Yeah, you already talked to Ben.
I didn't know it was Ben.
Check out Early Bird nights at the K when we come back. Time for head scratchers on Early Break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186. Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before. Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings, your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane. Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry.
This deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break
Simple, you are an idiot.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Segment 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids. Farmers, we know that volume discounts are a major factor when ordering seed, and oftentimes discounts are lost buying from multiple brands. But Beck's has the most diverse lineup in the marketplace. Go to beckshybrids.com for a full farm quote. And always remember the 3 F's, faith, family, and farming at Beck's Hybrids.
It's almost like Sonny and Trevor ordered this weather. I don't know if you can have
Rain all day.
better moisture weather than this. It's coming down so soft and light. So there's no runoff, Jake. There's no runoff, and that's gonna benefit the Becks.
Runoff.
Yeah, there's no runoff, guys. Look at it.
Runoff.
Yeah, just slowly, it's like it's melting into the earth like that, and
That's
that's
kind of nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Just absorb.
And it's dark and it's rainy. It's like you're in
You
London.
like this, don't you?
Yes,
This is
my
Bill's happy
This is
place
my
right there.
vacation
I can't
weather.
say I like it.
This is my vacation weather.
I wish I could
100.
say it. I
Yeah.
wish I could say it.
Yeah.
I like the sunshine
Yeah.
more now.
Tell you one thing, who's got a big weekend ahead of him? Sonny. Yeah, Indiana goes to the shoe.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Indiana goes to the shoe.
What a weekend it will be
Yeah.
because Kansas plays Colorado at Arrowhead, and that so
Both
that
teams are
game's
hot
at 11,
right now.
right?
Yeah.
You're fat.
Yes.
You're the kickoff time that you love more than any.
Anything, yes.
11
Yeah,
a.m.
Bill loves big news.
Ohio State's they get 6 games in a row?
6 in a row to close
Six
the
in a-
season at
6
11
in a
a.m.
row.
Big noon kickoff.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, then the 2:30 game playing simultaneously as Nebraska is Colorado and Kansas at Arrowhead.
KU's fighting back for a bowl game.
They're
We'll get to that
taking a
in a second.
machete to the Big 12. Beat
Yeah.
Iowa State.
Yep.
Beat BYU on the
Oh.
road. Beat BYU on the road?
Yeah, that's an incredible game to watch. There were some things happening. That game was
I
wow.
watched it. We should tell.
Yeah.
Um, And then now they get a shot at Colorado at Arrowhead. Love to see it. Would love to see that game.
Well, it is now time for a Monday edition of Head Scratchers. Bill, where do you go today for Head Scratchers in college football?
Well, I think it's not a loss, but did anybody predict 16-13 Oregon?
No.
16-13 Oregon?
No.
I mean,
the spread was 14 Oregon.
Nobody predicted that.
No.
Who did?
Like I said, like that. I'm sure someone probably put a wager on Wisconsin, but that game was I was able to see almost all of it. And there also was a bizarre call late in the game. Late in the game, they're in clear field goal range. They being Oregon to go up by 6. And it looked from watching like to score a touchdown would be very hard against Oregon to do. And they went fake field goal with like 2.5 minutes to go. They went fake field goal and didn't get it.
I missed that part.
They went fake field goal and didn't get it. So Wisconsin's got the ball back just down 3. And so
16-13.
Was it a pass or what did they try to do? Run or pass?
A run. It was a run. It's kind of an off tackle.
Okay.
Not a bad play. Had a chance to work. It was just one of those calls where you go, if something would have went bad in that game, that would have been tough but I kind of liked the call. I enjoyed watching it. Kansas 17, BYU 13 is a couple things. Crazy play right before halftime. I'm watching the game that they have like 1st and 2 at the 2 with
who's they?
BYU. And they have 2 timeouts. It's like 30 seconds left. And I'm like, run the ball. You have 2 timeouts. Run the ball. Nope. He throws a fade ball, and it was the most horrific pass I've ever seen. And Kansas picks it off in the end zone. They pick it off to end the half. Oh, it's horrible throw. And they had a guy. They ran a little cool little red zone route, which is pretty popular. And they had another guy wide open in the back of the end zone. No, but he throws a horrible pass. That cost him.
That was a horrible.
And then late in the game, which is shocking, when it was like 4th and 14, they bring the offense back out. They being Kansas, to not think that there's a chance that the quarterback might punt it. He punts it and it hits the hits the BYU player in the helmet.
Him in the helmet.
They get the ball at the 5. That's how they scored. That's how they win the game.
Yep.
Off of a pooch punt by the quarterback. That's how they won.
And it hits off his helmet as he's running down the field.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
It was.
Picked dead last. I think it's 18 out of 18 or 16 out of 16. Whatever the number is, I don't know what it is for the Big 12 at that. Arizona State 24, K-State 14. Complete ass kicking.
In
Manhattan. Complete ass kicking.
How many wins they got?
Unbelievable.
7, right?
No, they're 8-2. They were picked dead last.
Dillingham.
And they are right in the mix to make the Big 12 championship game, which means you're in the mix for the playoffs.
That would be a huge story.
He came in last year. They went 3-9.
Now
they're
I will
8-2.
I will say this.
Scataboo.
I'm not diminishing their accomplishment only a little bit. Their schedules was incredibly easy. I mean,
they're picked dead last though.
If you look at their schedule going in, you go, did you draw that schedule?
But did anyone have them beaten K-State in Manhattan?
No.
By 10.
By 10.
No, that's
didn't score in the second half. It was 24-7 to start at halftime, something like that.
Is Dillingham a Lanning guy? He came from Oregon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So incredible job by him. This is the top head scratcher. So this would also should be up for Coach of the Year. New Mexico 38, Washington State 35.
Scratcher. I saw
New Mexico beats number 18 Washington State, who was 8-1.
Right.
They go to Albuquerque and Bronco beats them. Broncos 1 game away from a bowl game with that team.
5-6 right now.
Where's the record starting off?
And they go to Hawaii.
No, where are they?
Oh, they started off like 0-4.
They were 0-4. So I'm saying
0-4. Incredible. Also, they lost a couple games they really shouldn't have. I mean, they lost to Wyoming in an incredible game. They played Colorado State tough. It's incredible. Stanford 38, Louisville, 35.
Yeah.
Number 19 Louisville.
Yeah.
How about this one though? They lose on the field goal. They gave up 20 yards of penalties. They gave up a 15-yard personal foul. They being Louisville got the penalty, gave Stanford a good in position to make the kick. And then they jumped off sides also. They jumped off sides, and they make about a 42-yarder to whatever it was to win it.
What do you always say?
Stanford is horrible.
What do you always say?
You lose more
than you win.
If they lost that one. I couldn't imagine the flight home.
Louisville led 35-21 with 9:44 to go in the game and lost 38-35 in regulation.
Close the deal.
And I said, and they won the game. Stanford won it at home in front of hundreds of people. It was
ACC, great ACC matchup.
This is not
Stanford.
great. The capacity, which is always high, is at 18,000 for the game. It listed as 18, which of course is high.
Always high. Yeah,
They're saying it's already low. 18,000 at that game.
Tops
at
10,000. Tops of 10,000.
That's all they're getting.
That's the inflated number. That's the inflated number.
It's incredible.
Did they storm there?
How do you recruit to that?
Well, Stanford recruits to one thing. They recruit. They recruit to your Stanford
academia.
Come get your Stanford education.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what they recruit. Also, the hard thing is when Stanford has people leaving, which they do. Last year, starting no lineman from Michigan's from Stanford.
Really?
So Stanford, how are you gonna replace him in the portal?
JUCOs.
Northwestern. I think there's some guys at Contra Costa College we can get in here.
Sacramento City.
GPA is strong.
So that's a wow. Florida 27, LSU 16. Did you see the time of possession for LSU?
Yeah.
No.
They had the ball 41 minutes and 30 seconds.
And lost by 11.
And lost by 11. They had 40. It was 41-30 to 18. 41 minutes. 41 minutes and scored 17.
What I love is every time they lose, Brian Kelly's just getting blasted for
yelling
at players yelling at him. It's every week.
So I have right down here yelling both ways. Brian Kelly yelling at players yelling back at Brian Kelly. Not good.
He told a guy that
Things
he's
are good.
uncoachable.
Yeah.
He told him you're uncoachable.
Wow.
On the sideline. But he didn't. It wasn't just you're uncoachable. There was some.
There's something else with it.
Yeah.
That
You're expletive.
Things are going well for Brian.
Bad look. He loses his mind a little bit.
That right now being, I think they're at what they have 4 losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 and 4.
6 and 4. That's a tough 2 games right now. Those last 2 games of having them ready to go, that will be very, very difficult.
Bad season.
They host Vanderbilt this weekend.
Just remember a year and a half after
host Vandy.
A year and a half after Ed Orgeron put together, arguably at least in the conversation of the best football team ever put together in college football, he was let go. So where are you at right now with this?
With a guy from Worcester, Massachusetts, coaching in the Bayou,
who's crazy.
Doesn't seem to fit that well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And if you had a chance to watch, it's not really a head scratcher, but the South Carolina Missouri game was borderline incredible. I mean, South
Carolina gets it done.
It was unbelievable. And South Carolina's defense has been remarkable. They got crushed in the second half. Missouri got after them. So you're watching the game, and the play calling was brilliant. It's like, okay, hang on here. Now they kind of got the field goal wrapped up for overtime. Do they try to win it? And if you throw a pick or something, you never get over it. South Carolina, they've made it. They drove the ball back down. They throw a great play. They go shovel pass. And it goes for about 22, and there was 4 missed tackles into the end zone. They win. That scene at South Carolina was incredible.
Do they got 7 now?
I think they're 7-3.
Yeah,
7-3. And you would not want to play South Carolina right now. That's a team because Sellers, their quarterback, playing very, very good.
Papa Beamer.
Yeah, but I used to have to manage this like crazy through the remote control. Then I had the quad box, which changed my life.
The quad box is what you'll be going to all the time.
The quad box is going to happen.
Well, you would love the quad box.
Yeah, I think I would.
It's when you have that and you have the big TV, it's a wow.
You don't need channel return.
Yeah.
Because there's 4 games right there.
Remember that wall at the airport Marriott, the TV wall?
Yeah.
It's like one big quad box.
Yeah, that'd be a nice.
Yeah.
And you sat there with Chattel.
TV wall. Yeah, me and Chattel. Yeah. We sat there watching Kansas BYU. It was fun. It was fun.
Also, it had to be nice because out there it was like 7:30 early. So you
watched all the games.
You finished watching it. Probably had a little snack and went to bed.
I had a couple of Jack and Cokes. Felt good. Ooh, that felt good.
What about $22 a piece?
They were.
Oh yeah,
$48.
$48.
Spot on call.
This is not Texas
Road for 3.
This is not Texas Roadhouse.
No.
That is.
You called it. They're right. Like $20.
That is Head Scratchers, sponsored by Beck's Hybrids. When we come back, song of the day and Bill's Thrills next on Early Break in the Ticket.
The Thrills.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you been told by your physician that your testosterone level is fine, but you don't feel fine? Get a second opinion. If your testosterone level is 200, 350, even 500, and you still have symptoms, come to Limitless Male. We treat the person and the symptoms, not the number. Our mission is for you to feel optimal again. So if you're tired all the time, no energy, brain fog, muscle loss, nothing left in the tank, get your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Go Hog Wild Pet Barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
When he stops the game-winning goal with his nose. When your hand accidentally becomes the pot holder. When her bike takes her off-road and onto the sidewalk. That's where we come in. Walk into CHI Health Clinic Priority Care 7 days a week for urgent and minor care at primary care rates. Getting you back to better health is our priority. Find your location at chihealth.com/prioritycare.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
At Koppel Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day from 1978. Everyone's a Winner by Hot Chocolate.
Hot Chocolate.
464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Heyman, is Hot Chocolate in the Hall of Fame? I believe they are.
Maybe in the Hot Chocolate Hall of Fame. I don't know what to say. No, I've never heard that song.
Oh, you never heard it?
No.
I've heard it. It took me a while for it to kind of resonate with me. And at first, I go, I don't know what this is. Then it's like, okay, hang on, this is Hot Chocolate.
If I heard it, it's just it was in the background.
But for me to say that I've heard it 1,000 times, no.
I mean, I don't think
I remember Hot Chocolate.
I've heard it once before. I heard it at a tailgate last Sunday when I was at the Chiefs game. I said, that sounds pretty good.
Hot Chocolate.
I was jamming to it at a tailgate.
Somebody had that on at a
yes.
tailgate?
Yes. And it sounded good.
Yeah.
Well, I bet that sounded good.
It sounded good.
In the cold, too. I mean, your creativity's super high. 1978, obviously, better times. Way better times.
Way better times.
I just got back from LA. You think it was not better times? I could go 8.356.
It's kind of a low-key potential soft walk-up song. I really like it. This could fit in a
You'd
walk-up.
be intrigued.
I'd be intrigued if I'm walking in that's playing. I'm like going, I'm kind of doing one of these. Like, all right, here we go. 80001.
Ooh, same page.
80001.
Too much on the same page.
I guaranteed that Ben had never heard that song.
Yeah, no
way. Correct?
No, never. I'm going to say it's because of that. Ben's going to be a 6'2".
7.7.
All right, Ben's coming around. Ben's becoming an old soul. How about that, Ben?
He got a 7.7.
Surprise there.
Yes.
I thought 5.2 was about right.
Yes.
Ben gave it a 7.7.
We'll take that. You guys are in the 8s. He was
very good.
Some ratings here on a song I know I've never played. I've only heard that song once before.
There's no way
That's
you played.
why.
There's no way.
Sandmaster and KC 7.4. Bill and Bennett 4.25. Joe and Boulder says let's go 9.45. T and Davey says 10. Proud you went to the vault of some classic funk there.
Funk.
Believer 2. Sarah on East Campus says, I'm vibing that one. 7.
Nice.
Husker Mike in Waterloo in 8. The Bandit 8. Gator 8.91. Old Dad says 0.1 on that one.
Wow.
Pete in Chattanooga, why would he be listening to this show?
Be listening?
Odd. 5 on that one.
Pete.
And Ron 3.3. I don't see who in Columbus. I don't see him in Columbus right now. So I can't
say it.
I can't
say it.
Call it out.
Just keep going. Keep going.
Downtown Scott says 8.2.
Where is who? Columbus? Do you think it's like this in Columbus?
I bet it is. I think it's covered. I think it's blanketing the state.
Is it?
I think it is.
Corey.
Is it?
Corey.
That is your song of the day. Again, the song of the day is "Everyone's a Winner" by Hot
And
Chocolate.
everyone
from
is a winner.
1978.
Everyone is a winner. Think about
No, they're
that.
not.
Moral victories. Yeah.
You're
Moral
a winner,
victories.
Steve.
No.
Yeah, you're a winner.
I don't feel like one
Yeah.
sometimes. Thank you, though.
It is time for a football facts Monday on Bills Thrills. Let's fire. Oh, hang on. Let's fire.
Come
it
on.
up.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
we
Is it gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisor.
Yes, as always, Bills Thrills sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation to plan your financial future today. Bill, it's a Football Facts Monday. What do you have today?
Week to week, it could get bleak. Week to week, it could get bleak. It's so amazing. My praise for the elite, and then also how many times you just go, I don't know what happened there. That team looked so good last week, and now what is this? It is so hard to have your team ready to go every week. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. And I mean, I guess obviously the NFL has a lot more games, but it is so. My respect for Oregon at 11-0 is just I really didn't play anybody. Just try playing it. Just
It's
try.
not true. They've played people.
They played people. They played Ohio State. Some people always said they always kick back to the schedule like that. Indiana's 10-0. It's not like, well, the culture here has always been so strong. How could they not be? Nope, they were 3-9 last year. They were 3-9 last
done a
year.
remarkable job.
I mean, and again, someone says, "Yeah, look at their schedule."
No.
That's right, but you know
Come on.
you know how easy it is to have a clunker, and they had a clunker against Maryland. They turned it over 3 times in the first half, and they won by like 25 points.
Got to pull the way.
I mean, unbelievable. Army's 9-0.
God dang, they're still undefeated.
Army's 9-0. Army's 9-0. Oh, by the way, if someone asks that, who do you think the best group of 5 team is?
Who is it?
I don't think it's even close. It's Tulane.
Not Boise?
Nope, Tulane. I'm taking Tulane.
Shut out Navy 35-0.
35-0
on Saturday.
They'll be playing Army in the AAC championship game coming up.
So what would you say about that defensive coordinator for Tulane right now that blanked Navy?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Dude,
Shut him out.
They're playing such elite football right now. I mean, they really are. Tulane is playing
What kind
really
of coaching
well.
job is that, though?
So, obviously, the coach left, I believe, Troy to go to. I'm almost sure
Tulane.
to Tulane, which is okay. And then Tulane left, went to Houston. Willie Fritz went to Houston from there. He's probably kind of kicking himself right now. He probably wishes he's probably still sitting in Tulane because they were still. You were making decent money. Now you made way more money at Houston with a lot more upside in recruiting. You're in the Big 12, so. It makes sense.
Don't forget, Tulane, by the way, almost beat K-State this year. They should have beat K-State in Tulane. They just
if they win that right
in
now,
that
the
game.
mayhem would be
9-1.
It'd be unreal with where they would be. So I
Interesting.
love Tulane. BYU 9-1. They lose on a crazy play. The ball bounces off someone's helmet. They throw a pick. They played with fire last week and somehow pulled it off.
Against Utah.
But it's really hard. So they lost to a 3-6 team. That's what they lost to at home. BYU is a brutal place to play. That crowd is insane.
That's a tough win for
It's
KU.
insane.
How do you go in there and win? I thought they'd lose for sure. I was like, they're going to lose this. There's no way they're going
Week
to
to
pull
week,
this off.
it could get bleak.
Yeah, it was bleak. And where's
How
that?
about-
Where is BYU? Where's that located?
What's that? Provo.
Provo.
Incredible place to play. Washington. University doesn't talk about Washington. On the road, they're 0-5. At home, they're 6-0. 0-5, 6-0 at home. Listen to their road games. They had to fly to Rutgers. Loss. It's like going to Ireland. They had to go to Iowa. Loss. They had to go to Indiana. Again, 3. So 2 of them are 3 time zones. Then they had to go to Penn State for a while. And that was another time zone. 3 time zones.
Jeez.
Imagine you have to go to those 4 teams on the road. And they and like I said, and they beat
Who'd they beat?
They beat none of them. They outplayed Rutgers. That's
But
the only team they outplayed. Iowa crushed them.
Yeah, they did.
Iowa crushed them.
40-17.
Indiana crushed them. Penn State crushed them. Then you watch them. I'm watching them. They're really good.
Who they beat this week?
They're not a bad team.
They beat UCLA on Friday night.
Friday night.
That's right.
31 to 19.
Right. I was tracking.
Okay, how hard is it to be? Like I said, how hard is it? Georgia's got 2 losses: Alabama and Ole Miss, and Ole Miss beat the heck out of them. They've also got a couple of clunkers. And they have against Mississippi State and a one against Kentucky, 13-12. They've got clunkers in there also, and they're probably a top 4 team.
And they beat Tennessee.
Probably a top 4 team.
Put 31 on them.
Yeah,
on a great defense.
A great defense
with the 50th ranked offense. I can't pick games. I guarantee Tennessee would win that game. Don't listen to me.
You did guarantee
Don't listen.
that.
Don't listen. Listen, breakers. Don't listen to my picks.
No, unless it's basketball.
How hard it is. Ole Miss loses to Kentucky. Ole Miss loses to Kentucky and LSU, and they could be possibly the best team.
Ole Miss.
You want to Ole Miss possibly. Defensively playing really well. Offensively, Dart playing really well. Really good play caller. I mean, all the way around.
In?
Yeah, when you watch all the way around.
They getting
in? Right now, they'll be getting in. But it's going to be, like I said, there's a few more things that have cleaned up in the SEC. If the SEC played 9 games like everyone else does conference-wise, it wouldn't be near as complicated. But it's going to be very complicated because of it. Alabama, they've lost to Vandy and Tennessee. Do you want to play Alabama? Not real bad.
They're trending up.
Not real bad.
Milroe's going again.
They had them going like that. And then Notre Dame. Notre Dame's got 1 loss.
Yeah.
1 loss.
They're just killing teams.
Defense.
Do you want to play Notre Dame? I mean, Notre Dame, USC, I'll be shocked if that's not Notre Dame doesn't win that by 24.
Really?
I really will.
They have been crushing teams.
Lincoln Riley, the word on the street is he's trying to get out of the Notre Dame series. The word on the street.
I don't think you can get out of that. That's like
hard to do.
Hard to do that one. There's
good luck, Lincoln.
That'd be like, all of a sudden Alabama.
He's saying we are playing the Big Ten. We don't need Notre Dame too.
Yeah.
And then you know what the word on the street is?
What's the word?
They're doing that to pressure Notre Dame to get in the Big Ten.
Ooh.
If teams start backing off playing them, they don't have a schedule. What are you going to watch all Notre Dame play a bunch of ACC schools?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But it's so hard. Week to week, it could get bleak. To have your team ready to go. You saw what happened at Oregon like that. Someone goes, and right away, my first thought of Oregon was, now they got it done. It's night game at Wisconsin, and they got it done. Oregon has not been completely stellar on defense. They've been solid, but not. And Wisconsin had 212 yards.
Yeah, they didn't. They scored 3 in the second half, and Phil Long goes out as the offensive coordinator.
Boom. Yeah. Gone.
Scored 3 in the second half. They got outscored 10-0 in the fourth quarter. Wisconsin. But still, I give kudos to Wisconsin.
Yeah,
they hung around.
Absolutely.
And you're exactly right. Your profession is brutal. When I'm critical of Nebraska, it's not out of disrespect. I respect what you have to do. It's really hard. I don't know how you do it. Those games are hard. I mean, it's hard to win.
Yeah.
If you're just an average team, especially. Hell, it's hard to win if you're a really good team like Tennessee. I thought Tennessee beat Georgia.
And it didn't.
Never.
I had a chance to watch that game pretty close, especially second half.
What'd you see?
That's back to the quad TV in second half right there. Georgia just beat the crap out of them.
What the hell? I thought Tennessee had a really good defense.
Beck looked like Heisman Trophy winner.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
it was between the hedges. That was at Athens.
I don't care. It's
They
not a hard place
couldn't get any balls down the field. Tennessee couldn't
what's his name?
Couldn't get
Yamaliva?
Yeah,
could not get any.
Can't throw it downfield.
Well, he can throw it. They didn't just throw it accurately. He can throw it. He's got a big arm, but he just didn't throw it to the guy.
No, he doesn't.
That is Bill's Thrills. Hour 2 when we come back. Can Nebraska get over the hump with 2 games to go? 5-5. Next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Experience real-time play-by-play action and control that keeps you ahead. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you be at the game and in the game. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116. When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, showers likely throughout the day. It'll be breezy too, with an afternoon high around 59. Tonight, showers likely early and partly cloudy, below around 41. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return. It'll be breezy with a high around 51. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers.
So-
I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Zippel, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank, member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And what is happening today with Shin Daddy in Creighton?
Well, a little bit. We're breaking away a little bit today.
Okay.
There's going to be breaking news, and I think we kept it under wraps. It's going to come out tomorrow. That will come out tomorrow. Breaking news tomorrow for Shin Daddy. Big deal with that. But today, Steve, I talked to him about this, and he really wanted to hit on this really big if we could. No Shave Nebraska.
Ooh.
No Shave Nebraska Banquet 2024 is this Friday. Brant Wickman is running this. And what it is it's a cancer fundraiser for families fighting cancer, for the families. This is the people that you need help getting rides to Omaha for chemotherapy.
Ooh, nice.
Everything is to support the families that are going through pure hell as a loved one is in the fight of their life for cancer. And it's at his house. I will be the MC of it on Friday night. They have 68 tables and they have 2 tables left.
At his house?
They have a huge outbuilding.
This is not Steve. This is
what's that? This is not Steve. This is Brant Wickman here
Brant
in
Wickman.
that is doing this. And they got an event. They got comedians coming in. It's a huge deal. There'll be 1,000 people at it. But the whole thing is and we need 2 more tables sold. We need 2 more table sponsors sold like that. Get a hold of Brant. 402-540-4939. 402-540-4939. This is for the help the families fight. And all money, 100% goes to cancer families that need help, whether it be meals, whatever it is, because you're going through pure hell yourself, trying to get them to that. So inspired by families to battle cancer. Brant's put this together. He's done it on his own. He's raising hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it all goes to families fighting cancer. And we need 2 more tables. 402-540-4939. Or if you just want to be involved or you just want to go to the event, please reach out to me. But this is a big deal. I'm helping out Friday night. I'll be the MC and kind of get this thing going. So
all right.
Steve wanted to hit on that. So let's get this done.
Will Shindy be there?
Shindy, where I'm talking to him about that. He has a couple of events going on himself.
He's busy,
as you know. 402-540-4939. Brant Wickman, text him right now, please.
So you get a table.
Yes, there's 2 tables left. I want to get sponsorship. He's got 68 sold. Their
Ooh,
goal is 68
That's
tables
a lot of
sold.
tables.
Yeah, 70 is what they're going to get to.
Big event.
Big
Brant.
event. Yes, thank you very much.
Nebraska football, Matt Rule, is 0-6 in the month of November so far as the Husker football head coach. He's 0-6 when trying to get to a bowl game in terms of getting that 6th win. 0-6. Nebraska again falls 28-20 to USC on Saturday. This week, I just checked, Nebraska is a 2.5-point favorite against Wisconsin, as Bill just mentioned, lost 16-13 at home to Oregon, number 1 ranked Oregon this past weekend. And they also fired their OC. So Nebraska, new OC midseason or end of season. Phil Longo out at Wisconsin as OC. So both teams in relative turmoil with 2 games to go. Now, this is the exact same situation as last year. Both teams were 5-5 at Camp Randall. Nebraska was up 14-0. Chuba Purdy, long touchdown run.
Yes, I remember now.
Nebraska falls in overtime. Wisconsin goes bowl game. Nebraska does not. They lose to Iowa, of course, the last game. But if you are Matt Rule, you're 0-6 this month in your 2 seasons here. It is... We're at must-win territory. There's no doubt. I know we push back. It's must-win.
You're going must-win game.
Oh my God! It's must-win.
Jay called it.
It's the final home game of the season. Wisconsin's in turmoil. They're 5-5. Also, you haven't beat them since 2012. You got to win this game. This is must-win of must-wins.
I think I usually push back. I hate the term must-win because every game's a must-win in my opinion. But the you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just. But yeah, this is gigantic. It's a gigantic game, and must win doesn't really bother me.
So there's a couple scenarios that add up here in favor of Nebraska. A couple 4 weeks ago, whatever it would have been, Wisconsin at home plays Penn State really well. They're ahead at halftime.
That's right.
Place is nuts. They throw a pick 6. game gets a little away from them.
Braden Locke.
Yeah.
Yes.
The next week they go to Iowa, who's that's an average Iowa team, and they get beat by like 30. They get 42-10, and it was
bad.
ugly.
It was horrible.
It looked ugly.
Iowa put 40. Think about that.
Yeah,
Iowa put 42 on it.
Oregon.
They could have put up more.
Iowa put
42. So Wisconsin put it all out there. They put it all out there in that game, and they did. They played really hard. I watched that entire game. So I would say that is a huge advantage for Nebraska.
It is
huge advantage.
It is. I'll tell you what is sort of an advantage for Wisconsin is just getting out of Madison. This is a time when they probably want to get out.
That's true.
Get on the road, and because it's a split fan base. There's I don't know, split, but there's fickle supporters, and then there's the old guard supporters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's probably flipped a little bit more to the old guard. Old guard's kind of running things because it's not looked good. It's not looked good.
Fickle's under
if you
fire.
watch the broadcast against Oregon, it kept saying Wisconsin's made 22 straight bowl games. I mean, they're trying not to snap that skid.
Yeah.
Nebraska's trying to snap a 7-year skid. They're trying to keep 22 straight going.
How similar is this Wisconsin situation to 2003? Yeah. It's really similar. I mean, they went away from what they do. They went to the air raid. They still run it, but they went to the air raid. They changed everything, changed their AD. The AD has a new way of doing things. Barry's off. Barry's off. He's going to be doing a radio show now. Well, that'll be interesting. Old guard Barry, I think he'll be diplomatic. I don't know. But it's the fan base is split up.
Oh,
fractured.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to get out of there probably if you're fickle. Get to Lincoln.
Now the one thing that
maybe come on Wednesday.
We're taking off early this week.
Was there anything mentioned? Because I looked for it and there was nothing mentioned that who was going to call plays
for
Wisconsin. Did they
Ben
mention
said the tight ends coach is going to call plays? Is that right, Ben?
Okay, the tight ends coach. I didn't see that. So
I didn't either. I didn't either, Ben.
Who was the tight ends coach, Ben? Can you look that up for us? Let me know that.
Tight ends coach. So Phil Longo's out because they're about 101 nationally in scoring. They're not scoring. But isn't it interesting, though? They lose their quarterback. They lose Malou.
Nate Letton.
Household name.
Yeah.
Nate Letton.
Don't know. So the appearance was, but once again, how schedule can help you. They went on a 3-game run. Or it was where they went and
like Northwestern, Rutgers, Purdue.
It was like I was like, we got this thing.
No,
got thing. No. You just played horrific football teams. Right, that's what. Now Rutgers is not horrific because they've kind of bounced back.
They kind of were at the time.
At the time, they were in a bad spot. Yeah. They were in a very bad spot.
They pulled out of the muck.
Yes,
they did.
Yeah, they're going to a bowl game.
They went to Maryland and won easily, which you could say, oh, big deal. I don't know if Nebraska goes to Maryland right now.
I'd take anyone right now.
Yeah.
It won since October 5th as a program, Nebraska.
Yeah, so I don't. Longo's out. I'm just amazed.
So I'm
sort of amazed by that.
But you would agree the point spread. I'm surprised it wasn't even a little higher in Nebraska. I thought it'd be more.
Wisconsin just lost by 3 to the number 1 team in the country. Though
you give them credit, you do give them credit. But sometimes, like I said, I think I think Wisconsin's in a really bad spot. The only thing that can be would be if for some reason if the players had completely lost faith in Longo, and so they might get a little bit of a resurgence. But I'd expect to see a lot of 2 tight ends, maybe an extra lineman in the game. I think you're going to see old school Wisconsin. That's what I think you're going to see. But they don't have their best receiver got hurt in the game and didn't finish the game.
Okay, who's that? Is that?
I can't remember.
Will Pauly?
Yes.
Pauly got hurt.
Pauly got hurt. Did not finish the game.
That's a big break for Nebraska if he's hurt.
Also, I don't know if he left the game, but he walked off the field. Was Wohlers their safety, and he's their best defensive player, and he was banged up.
That's huge. I mean, Pauly is really good. He really hurt Nebraska last year.
So he didn't finish the game.
What's his last name?
Will Pauling. Pauling. And Vinny Anthony had 4 catches for 53 yards against Oregon.
I don't think they have much on the perimeter. I'm surprised they fired Longo because the injury to Tyler Van Dyke occurred very early in the year.
Correct.
They lost Maluzzi early in the year.
Right.
You'd think he'd give him some grace. Maybe Fickle used him as a sacrificial lamb, that he has to do something to show the fan base I'm doing. I don't know. I'm surprised he pinned it on Longo.
I was surprised at the firing. I thought they would try to get through this, but for some reason, maybe it just would have been he had lost the team. He had lost he had lost the team right there.
They haven't announced an OC. Thank you, Ben.
So you were wrong then, Ben. So
no, they've got a play caller. They got a tight end coach as a play caller, but they
Gotcha.
haven't announced a full-time OC.
They won't.
You
They
don't?
won't. No, they'll just that will be one.
They don't have a Holgerson waiting for them?
I don't think. I don't know.
They don't have it just bringing in like that, dude.
I don't know if they're gonna bring a guy in on a Monday when they play on Saturday.
You want to call plays this week?
We're going to call some plays. I got
keep eating Nebraska for us, please. Come on.
Yeah.
They probably won't do that. So yeah, Jake, it is gigantic. It just feels huge to me. Now,
It's
I wonder if
giant-
it feels huge. I hope it feels huge to the players. I don't know.
If you look at the spread again, if the spread is it's 2.5 Nebraska, here's where it stands. Matt Rule is 2-9 in one-score games as Nebraska's head coach. Nebraska is 6-25 in one-score games over the last 9 years.
6-25 over the last 9 years
in one-score games.
In one-score games,
and Matt Rule's 2-9.
But it's a heavy advantage Nebraska in this game. It's a heavy advantage Nebraska. Yeah, just the eye test. You just watch it.
I want to bite back, but I can't. I want to, but I think you're right.
Nebraska's got way more talent on both sides.
You think so?
They do. They have way more talent on both sides. Now,
but it's felt that way.
You
in
can't
years
push
past,
back
though.
hard on Wisconsin's defense. They did hold Oregon to 16,
right?
Which is pretty
I
remarkable.
was watching them against Penn State. They look good on defense.
They're not a bad looking team.
They
no,
look
no,
good.
they're not a bad looking
No,
team.
They look good. They're big and rangy, just like you'd expect. Hey, Jake, it'll be a bear. The game's going to the final few possessions as usual. It is. I mean,
And once again, it's going to be a very uncomfortable feeling before the game in the stands because you don't have this monkey off your back yet. It's been
I wish I
hanging
could
on-
bite back, but I
It's
can't.
been since October 5th you've won a football game.
I want to argue with
Today
both of you, but I can't.
is November 18th, October 5th against Rutgers, who was playing terrible that time.
Yeah.
A 14-7 win is the last time you tasted victory as a program.
Yeah. No.
You've had 2 bye weeks and
gigantic
4
game.
losses since then.
It's a gigantic game. It is. It's gigantic. In Nebraska, I think they're pretty healthy.
I've talked about it all year. Again, they came out of that game. I never see the Nebraska training staff on the field.
No,
you just don't see it. There's been, I mean, I know they got a couple
They
guys.
got some guys bumped up.
but
Ramirez
overall,
out.
They're way better.
Yeah.
They're way better than probably 90%. They're in the 90 percentile of healthy compared to every other team.
Injuries aren't a big factor. Ramirez didn't play in the game because of an ankle. Ramirez Johnson.
Is Gabe Irvin? Does he travel?
Yes, he was in the game. He got in the game
he
for
did?
one play.
Did he?
Yeah,
Know that?
Irvin got
Okay.
in the game, one play.
Didn't see that.
Just one play. They went to Emmett Johnson.
He ran pretty well. I thought.
Dowdell only played like 15 plays in this game.
That was a little surprising.
Yeah.
Emmett ran pretty hard.
By the way, that's a wrinkle too, kind of like a kind of a wrinkle. They didn't go to Dowdell as much. Now he might be banged up. He didn't look banged up.
Didn't
though.
look when he carried the ball. I
Yeah.
didn't see banged
I didn't
up.
see that either.
No, I didn't either.
I didn't see that. I was astounded at, like I said, when I talked about some of the front 7 play for USC
Mhm.
on Emmett's touchdown catch. He just caught the ball and just ran away from everybody.
Yeah.
Just ran away.
He's not that
yards.
fast.
He
either.
just ran away from the linebacker, and that jumped out to me that he just ran away from.
Running back. Yeah, I was right. I nailed it. Dante Dowdell played 15 snaps. Emmett Johnson played 48. Gabe Irvin played 1. So yeah.
Was Ramir in concussion protocol again?
No,
or-
he's got an ankle.
Okay.
Fedoni played 30 snaps at tight end. The big change was Borkacher played 28, caught a pass, and Lindenmeyer played 16, caught a pass. That was a little different. The offensive line graded well. The offensive line has it's been pretty consistent pass coverage all year. Pretty good. They graded really well in pass coverage. Mazuka played 42 snaps. He came in for Gunner. Now Gunner played 22 snaps. Katula, but so they're kind of in a rotation at left tackle.
Gotcha.
And Mazuka played really well. He's a bear.
He's gone from guard to tackle.
Yeah, he's playing left tackle. He's pretty
How
good.
hard is that to do, Bill?
That's that's a skill set.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a skill set.
He's a big bear on the
That's
edge.
different. Yeah.
He wouldn't want to be lined up across from him.
No, I agree.
If he'd take care of our double team easily, me and you. I mean, he's a bear.
That's not saying a lot.
It's not. We're 58.
Yeah.
Like, ask Mike Tyson. Oh,
Yeah.
I should have never thought Tyson would win that match, by the way. Anyway, so that's
He's almost 60 years old.
yeah, he's almost, yeah.
Come
and me
on.
and Bill
Fighting
know.
somebody from the Disney Channel.
Right.
Me and Bill know, like,
on
58 is
Netflix,
hard it's hard to get the mail for us.
On Netflix, I love all the things that Netflix. You had one job: streaming, buffering.
It's just buffering.
Just
all sorts of
buffer.
problems.
I tried to watch it, but it was just buffering the whole time.
They said 60,
Think about that.
60 million people watched that.
Your
Households, one of the
I want you to think about
I think
that.
Tyson made $20 million.
$20 million.
Could pay
$20 million.
Attaboy, Mike.
It's really good.
One last
It's
fight.
really good.
It's a good hit. It is. That's a good hit. I'd get in there.
I'd fight Tyson for $20
I'd
million.
fight anybody.
I'd
for
fight
20
anybody for $20 million. Give
Yeah.
it a shot.
Yeah.
Especially you. You're a boxer. I would just take a pummeling. You'd be able to hang in there.
No, I would not be
yeah,
able to
you
hang
would.
in there.
You'd be able to rope
Tyson couldn't even hang
You
in
could kind of dance around a little bit.
there.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, for as much as I dislike him, is kind of tough. I mean, anyway, well, let's not talk about that. It's not sports, is it?
No. Once again,
Is that sports? Does
I
that
think so.
qualify?
I think it
it
does.
was sport. It was boxing.
It's
you know,
sports.
it was
Me
sports.
and Alex had an extended debate whether that was sport or not. And I was on the non-sport side.
I'm going to side with Sipple. I'm going to
Oh,
go
yeah?
more non-sport. It's more of an event.
Yes.
Just like an event.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't say that's boxing. I just can't do it.
Well, before I get to break, you know, if Netflix was smart,
Yeah.
they could have said that. What, Bill?
What's that?
IT. What?
Oh,
what
I've been
said?
hacked.
Yeah, they could have said I've been hacked.
Why didn't they get?
What if they had? What
They
if
should
Netflix
have.
would have called Will?
Who are we
Netflix
talking
called
about?
Will.
Applied Connective Technologies. You should have called them, Netflix.
This never would have
This is your
happened.
fault.
That's on them.
It's on them. They saved the election.
Yep.
They saved the election.
Could save that fight.
Couldn't save the fight. They could have.
They could have.
From Albion,
Right.
Boone County.
Hell,
Somebody
why
was
didn't they
obviously
call?
hacking
I mean,
it.
it's not like we don't tout them.
We talk about them
daily.
They're not listening,
Yes.
apparently. That's your own fault.
Applied Connect.
Nebraska and the world's preferred tech partner. They're in all 93 counties of the state. They
Every
do
county, Jake.
one team, all your tech solutions. I'm talking managing IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, audio, video, and more. Reach out at appliedconnective.com or call them at 866-358-0109 for a free consultation today.
They should have sent them for the physical security also. They should have been the ones walking
Escorting Tyson to the ring.
Tyson to the ring. It should have been Applied Connect. What if all of a sudden we looked on it and Applied
Will.
Connect is
Hey, that's
and there's
Will.
Will. There's Will. He's taking Tyson into the ring.
Yeah.
That'd have been incredible.
They should have called them though. That's just a bad move.
Jake, of the 93 counties, how many counties have canceled on him?
I think zero.
Zero.
93 for 93 continuous.
They're in Columbus too, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not all Albion. They have an office in
And
Columbus.
Lincoln also.
Yeah.
And Lincoln.
And
Yeah.
Lincoln. Great people.
Thanks, Will.
Applied Connected Technology. When we come back, hey, we mentioned Rutgers. A little bit more of a Big Ten look we've not addressed yet. Big Ten.
Address it,
look.
Jake.
Next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 To learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
On game day, every play counts. Now imagine having the same level of control in your field. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Real-time play-by-play control means you're always ahead of the game. Score big with simplified irrigation technology from Valley, improving your life both on and off the field. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
It happens. All of a sudden, you need a plumber. Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Problem solved with Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
This, I'm not on drugs, I'm not drunk,
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
First Rate Ag in Holdridge is a full-service ag retailer offering everything from crop protection to lawn fertilizer. They've been around for 26 years in business. Reach out at firstrateag.com or call 308-995-8327 and ask for Parker or Chris and mention The Ticket. First Rate.
God, I tell you what, Parker, I'm excited about the phone call we have on Thursday coming up.
Conference call.
Yeah, I've got the conference call on Thursday, which I'm very excited about. To be able to get going with this. And then me and Jake, Parker, it's a personal message to you. Could you please let us know when we're coming out for lunch? When will Sherry be fixing lunch again, the New York strip? When is that going to go down with Chris? Yes, that's the mom.
Very good food.
Yes, very good food. She has a salad bar for us. And me and Jake would like to make the trip out So if you'd let us know that, please.
I'm not invited to this.
What's that?
No, you're invited. If
You're
like.
invited.
You're just busy.
But
so.
There's no shot.
There's
of me
no
going.
chance you going. So we're
we
being,
stopped inviting you.
Also, I don't go to anything either. So I'm only 1% above you. It's
I
like,
know.
when it's like, hey, you think Busch will be here? No, not really.
You're probably 1%.
That's
though.
about it. I would be like the diaper keg for Jake.
Thank you.
Elizabeth.
I appreciate
I showed
that.
up for that, and then I go, is Sip coming? He just called. He thinks he
he
can
might.
make it. I go right.
said
I
no
go, Jake. I
chance.
go, no chance.
He's not coming.
Not
I
coming.
knew that though.
Yeah, newcomer.
Well,
Come on, let's talk about football.
Well, hang on.
Yeah, college
before
football.
I need this has to be mentioned at least because this is a big event over the weekend. We have not discussed a second event. That's fine. We'll get to football in a second. Nebraska basketball did go to the Pentagon yesterday in Sioux Falls and played a good game, but lost to a good St. Mary's team, 77-74. This was they were down by 12, 14 points in the first half. Got it to a 3-point halftime deficit. Took the lead by 6 in the second half, and then St. Mary's came back. Nebraska looked respectable in this ball game. Again, they got a big game against Creighton, of course, on the road on Friday in Omaha. But that's probably still going to be obviously a tough game to win. But you feel better about your chances for how they played against St. Mary's.
Absolutely. I mean, this was a step. This was a step forward. It was a step forward, but they gave up 17 offensive rebounds, which is now they got quite a few themselves though. They got 13 offensive rebounds themselves.
They defended well late. I watched the last 2 minutes. They defended well late, gave themselves a chance with. Also, let's just say real quick.
Yes, I want to hear some hoops.
No, just the setting. That
awesome.
Place looks incredible.
It's not.
It looked like Nebraska fans were there, and what's it seat? Maybe 4,000.
It says 3,200.
It looks incredible though.
It was loud.
It was loud. I go. If I was a player in that venue, I would love to have played in that game. It looked so cool.
Bryce Williams evidently enjoyed it. He had 28 points.
He did.
8 of 12 shooting. Now he's had a 27-point game and a 28-point game.
Yes.
He'll disappear a little bit too.
He's had a couple bad games.
But god dang, that's a huge game. They're getting more from Burke now.
Burke had high energy, very high energy.
High
He had
high tea.
15 points and 5 rebounds for him yesterday.
Hot chocolate would be high tea.
Yep.
It's a high tea band.
Is that a high tea band? Would you say that?
Yes, they are in the Hall of Fame.
So yeah, this was a step forward. Like Fred said, you want to take a step forward and win. But St. Mary's is good.
St. Mary's had a guy off the bench named Mikey Lewis go for 23 points. That's rough.
Went off 5 of 7 from deep.
Yeah, Nebraska again 5 of 17 on threes, not great. St. Mary's was 11 for 23.
See, Bill. Now here's where my expertise comes in. Nebraska's just shooting really poorly from deep all season, but they got guys that look good shooting it. I think it'll come around.
There's something to that in my mind. When you watch something like that, it's like, hang on now. They look really good. And they have a history. First of all, also, they look good shooting threes. There's a difference now. They've been shooting threes since they were like 4 years old. So it's not like something that's like going, well, we just started him last week out there and just kind of clanking around a little bit. No, he's been shooting threes since he's 4 years old.
That's exactly right. And that's what they do.
Andrew Morgan, big man, made a 3 in this game. Swished it, top of the key. It was nice.
5 of 17.
That's not very good. But again, 77-74 St. Mary's. Nebraska had a chance at the buzzer. Bryce Williams missed a shot, a 3-pointer to end the game.
Grazed the rim.
But Bryce Williams, though, 11 for 11 at the free throw line. Nebraska is
they shoot free throws.
25 for 29 at the stripe is very, very good.
Yeah.
Can we give them?
That's coaching.
Yeah, give Fred credit on that because remember, Bill,
when I first started on the show, it was horrific.
Fred's tenure. Well, yeah, and then even earlier in Fred's tenure. When you were
like 50%, right?
When you were making fun of me for no football back 4 or 5 years ago, they were terrible from the line.
There was a game I'll never forget against Northwestern at PBA. They were 8 for 32 on your home building at the free throw line. 8 for 32,
and they would blow games late.
Yep.
Now they will stay in games and win games because these are good shooters.
I think both me and Steve, if we had to in a game in PBA. We could go 8 for 32 from the line.
God, I could shoot one-handed 8 for 32. 100%. 100%. Just do this.
Do it again. Show me again. Oh, it's a nice elbow bend. I see it.
What form that was.
But you were really good in basketball. Point guard. Handle the ball.
I was not a point guard. I was an off guard.
You're the 2?
Yeah.
Did you help break the press at all, or did they clear you out?
That just clear out.
Cleared you out.
When there was a press, it was just clear out. No problem.
What if it was a zone press and they're a 3/4 trap and did you get involved?
Gadowski, they were really long in Fremont. Gadowski was a problem.
East was good at that time.
East was really good.
Yes.
Buhar, Miller.
Yeah. Brugman.
Weed. God, you know these guys.
Yeah, back in the day.
They were all on that team.
Yeah. I was talking.
Jake's eyes are glazing over right
I'm listening.
I was talking to Dana Jansen, the all-time great at Nebraska
big.
Wesleyan, and they when they won state his senior year, I was there. I remember watching. I was at the game.
Yeah, we were both there. Parallel lives.
They had to beat Hoppin at Benson in the semis, then had to beat Kellogg from Northwestern in the finals. Think about that.
I do think
about the players playing in that championship in that tournament.
Who was the point guard?
What's that
on Jansen's team?
Oh God, I'm drawing a blank on it right now.
Cook was his name. Cook?
No, Cook is a big guy. And he was. I asked him. I asked Dana. I said, "Hey, did you have to D up Hop?" And he goes, "No, I passed that off to someone else." He goes, "We just kind of traded baskets." He said, "I really wasn't D'ing him up."
Jansen was really good.
Really good.
Unbelievable.
Parallelized.
Should also mention on Saturday in Sioux Falls, the women's team Nebraska beat South Dakota 113-70. Britt Prince 23 points for Nebraska.
Top 25 team, right?
That's
Nebraska.
number 21. They're 4-0.
Nice.
23 points for
Amy,
the freshman.
thank you.
Good job, Amy.
13.
I'm serious.
Great job by Fred. Now that was a great job.
Yeah, that
game because Jake texted me, "We're going to lose by 40."
Well, they were down 15 or 12 early.
I don't take that as any sort of serious thing because I know that's Jake's.
how I operate.
He goes, "If I say that, and then maybe something else will happen.
to
If I leave early from the game, maybe something better will happen." That's,
a lot of superstition.
But none of it's worked, Jake.
40.
Jake, for some reason the game is tight on Saturday, don't leave this time. Stay stay in there.
I left because they were down by 20.
Yeah, I know. And how did it end up? A drive to win the game.
Right. But I was disgusted by the touchdown, make it 27-7. I'm out. Peace. I'm out of here.
27-7.
Yes, UCLA said, I'm done. And they came back and they lost the game.
How about USC UCLA this weekend?
Is that this weekend?
Yeah, 9:15 late game.
That's this weekend?
It's this weekend.
Where's that game at?
I don't know if it's in LA.
I know they play at the Coliseum.
I don't know.
They play at the Rose Bowl.
I'm not sure. I hope it's at the Rose Bowl. I really do. I hope it's at the Rose Bowl.
You're right. The Rose Bowl's appreciably
that
nicer.
game is at the Rose Bowl.
Is
at
it?
the Rose Bowl.
Is it?
Yep.
That's the UCLA home game.
Yep.
I got to think
I'm taking UCLA. Taking UCLA.
See, UCLA can be a pain in the you-know-what to Lincoln Riley. They can be a pain. God, Lincoln Riley. That's an interesting. That whole picture is interesting to me. He's got to get that program going. It's not a guarantee.
We have not mentioned a lot of other scores from the Big Ten this weekend.
Do it.
Here's a little recap for you. Ohio State takes down Northwestern 31-7.
Blah.
Illinois blows out Michigan State 38-16.
Flex.
Yeah.
They're going to a bowl. They're 7-3. They're ranked.
Yep.
They're ranked. They're ranked.
There's a play in the Penn State Purdue game which defines Purdue's season. Penn State wins at Purdue 49-10. Purdue had a guy in the back of the end zone that caught the ball. That was a score. He was out of bounds. He was standing. Both feet were standing out of bounds.
He was straddling the pylon.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
But he had a touchdown. Nope, I'm out of bounds, actually.
I was
incomplete.
I was listening to one of the commentators. It's like, first of all, they're like, it was yesterday's radio show on XM84, and they're like, Purdue be better because they've got black, then a little white line, and then black on the. It's like, please don't just make a difference between what's in and what's out.
Oh, they have a little black.
Yeah.
It is confusing out of bounds.
Confusing. It still used to be outside. No, it shouldn't have happened. But it's like, be better.
Walters was calling plays on offense.
Yeah.
He calls plays on offense now.
Guy.
No, he called. Remember,
he was calling offensive plays.
He called plays in that Illinois comeback. Then he called plays again the next week. They didn't score. Then he called plays again. Since that
1
time,
week.
Yeah, since then,
Ryan Walters.
very good.
This guy came as a defensive coordinator from Illinois.
He's calling plays. You know they're
Purdue is 1.
I mean,
9.
I can easily
1-9.
I can easily see if I was a head coach being like, hey, it's whatever time I like on the headset like that. Run the football here. Run the ball. That'd be about the extent of it.
How about Ryan Walters? Would he just say, I'm calling the offense and the defense?
in college.
What if Tom Osborne just would have said, "Hey, Charlie, I'm gonna call it defense too.
I got this covered. Don't worry about it."
Probably could have done it.
Mentioned Oregon 16-13 over Wisconsin. Rutgers 31-17 over Maryland. 2 straight blowouts. They're bowl eligible. So they were 4-0.
Maryland has cashed it.
They lost 4 straight. Then they blew out Minnesota. They blow up Maryland. So Rutgers is 6-4. They're going bowling with 2 games to go.
Good job by that coach. What's his name?
Schiano.
Schiano pulling that team out of the mire because they looked lost for a while.
And they lost Monunga. He's out for the season. Injury.
Right.
The running back.
That back they bring in, not that bad.
No, he's pretty good.
That little guy they bring in,
pretty
good. He's pretty good.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Monunga did play in that game.
I was just going to say, I was lost because I saw highlights of him.
I saw a report last week that he was out for the season, so I did not confirm it. My bad.
Right.
Monunga did have a good game. 25 carries, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Jake had
My
enough
bad.
this season.
My bad. Calic Manis was not horrible.
Nope.
20 for 30, 236, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
That's not
It's a good
horrible.
game
It's
for
pretty
Ethan.
good.
All right, Ethan.
You go win it. I don't care. Maryland, you're right. They've cashed out, but win it on the road in the Big Ten's not
Still
easy.
hard.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Rutgers was down 17-14 second half and scored 17 straight points to
Is
close
there any
that
other
game.
games?
That's it. Washington UCLA was Friday night, 31-19.
Disappointed
Iowa had a
UCLA.
bye week. They didn't play this week.
Right.
Iowa is off.
Disappointed in UCLA.
UCLA played well, had a few things get away. I watched the whole game.
Did you?
I did watch the whole
So
game.
Washington's okay.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty solid.
They're good at home. They won 20 straight games at home.
20 straight games. Now they have to go. They have a bye week, and they go to Oregon. So they got a bowl game.
But like you were saying, Bill, when they've played on the road, they have oftentimes got blown out. Iowa, they got killed at Iowa, got killed at Penn State, played well at Rutgers, lost that game. But they
had one starter back. They had one starter. That's what they returned.
Runners up,
and that's a pretty good looking team. I'm shocked at the Iowa score when I watch Washington play. When I watched them beat USC, when I watched them beat UCLA, I'm like, that's a pretty good team.
Do you think is the way to go now? There's the pundits in LA were talking about this. Is the way to go now just portal? Just don't do the slow build. Just go portal. Like look what Washington's doing. That's a revamped team.
Yeah, they're doing an unbelievable job.
Revamped.
Yeah.
They look pretty good. It looks like you can do it. Look at what Dion's doing.
They had 3 first-round draft picks gone from last year.
And they revamped their team, and you can still play good football.
I believe the quarterbacks they benched Will Rogers. He looked
Yes, they
terrible.
did.
But the quarterback
They
that came
benched him.
in looks really good. I think he's a true freshman. He
Will
looks
Rogers got
really
benched
good
last week.
He did some Houdini plays. He got out of some things, and then also he threw it just fine. And I'm just telling you, if that's he's their quarterback in the future,
DeMond Williams Jr.
Yes, he's I think he's a true freshman.
So I want to back up and make sure.
He is a true freshman.
I don't want to get stuff wrong. Rogers either got benched last week or maybe the week before.
He played in this game.
He started this
He was
game.
13 for 21.
They went back to Rogers?
Yeah, but he had 2 picks in this game, and he got pulled after that. He had 2 picks.
Oh, so they're playing a little musical quarterback right now.
Yeah, I think now they won't against Oregon. The other guy's the starter. Clearly the starter.
DeMond
and but it's a true freshman. He's impressive.
He also
He's
can
very
run.
impressive.
He can run the
He
ball.
can run the ball so well.
You guys don't need to answer this. It's just a question I would pose to think about. If you're ruled, do you just go heavy portal? Because that's not what he wants to do. 10 to 12 guys. Would you ramp it up and go 18?
It works for a lot of teams.
I know.
The thing is, too, if you went 18, that wouldn't even be considered high. There's several teams in the 40s. I mean,
like Lane.
Colorado and Ole Miss was in the 40s.
Right. So it's not a crazy notion just to say we're going heavy portal, but it's not what Rule has said. He has said, no, we're not going heavy portal. We're building. I mean, we're going to build.
As long as they're hanging on to players, which to this point they are, they're hanging on to their good players. If good players start to depart, that's when the system goes. But if you watch right now, Ole Miss early, just okay. Now they're all of a sudden that's coming together. How about Colorado? 5 new offensive linemen. When they played against North Dakota State, they looked horrific, and they looked horrible against Nebraska. And now all of a sudden they got a win, a couple of things. I mean, right now it's like, whoa.
And as we've pointed out, they've changed on offense. Shadur's literally running zone read now.
Yep, he has.
Yeah, they've changed.
Yeah,
they've changed defensively. Their defensive coordinator, who came from the Bengals, has done an incredible job. Defensively, they're playing really well.
And there is a monster game Saturday at Arrowhead. Monster game. Think about Lance Leipold taking down Iowa State, BYU, and maybe Colorado.
Back to back.
just taking
We won
them.
a bowl game in Lawrence. They won a bowl game.
And then what happens to the Big 12 then? I mean,
I don't know all the
It's just
scenarios,
destroyed
but it's a lot of
conference.
scenarios right now. So Iowa State's alive. They're still very much alive.
You know, one scenario would be the group of fives is seated ahead of them.
Yes.
I mean, that could happen.
Yes. It's been talked about quite a bit.
Yeah.
This could happen.
It is time to play the game.
Oh,
So
no,
give us a
it's
call
not.
right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe in Shut Up Sipple.
Bagels.
Today, our topic is college nicknames. I'll give you the school. You tell me what their team name is.
It's going to be so obscure. So Jake went out.
These will not be Big Ten or
Yeah,
SEC
yeah, he's gonna-
or stuff like that.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a second. You're giving us the school. We say the nickname?
That's correct.
I'd like to have it the other way.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. The other
Well, there's
Yes.
too many that could be. There's a lot of
Okay.
Wildcats out there.
Okay.
You could say, well, it's K-State.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
Good point.
464
Good point.
5685.
That's why Jake does the show and we don't.
I know.
Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
We have a line open. Call us 402-464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. College nicknames. Our topic today. Simple. You played any sort of EA Sports game, this should be simple for you. If you
play
watch,
EA Sports, Bill?
No.
if you've coached forever like Bill has, or covered football like Sip has,
Me and
it'd be
Bill have
pretty
been
easy.
buried in offices for 35 years. We
No
know-
Sega.
No, we don't know much of anything,
Yeah.
actually.
I kind of wish I would have lived in the era. I think I would have liked to have played some video games. We did. We played Asteroids.
Yeah, we did.
And
We did
Pac-Man.
kind of
Yeah, go to
play.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still need a caller. 40. There we go. Ben's got the
You
call
go to
right now.
Pizza Hut.
402-464-5685. Yeah, you
Have
did
better
You
times.
didn't play Sega or Nintendo
No,
ever?
no, I didn't. I'm sorry.
How many hours of Pong did you play?
A little
I played
bit.
Pong.
Yeah, Pong
I
was
played
fun.
Pong. Yeah.
Pong. You could play couldn't you play yourself in Pong?
Yes, you could.
That was kind of fun.
That's like handball by your
Hey, Bill, I was good enough at Asteroids at the Lincoln YMCA that people would gather around
and
to watch me.
Did you get hyperspace?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
whole
the best.
thing.
When it started to pick up, though, it was like, oh man,
Here we go.
Here we go. And then you had to drive it around. All it was a
You got
triangle shooting darts. That's all it was.
I was like a sniper.
We have Randy.
Gather around.
Randy, how do you feel about college nicknames today?
I'm going to try. I called in because nobody else called in.
I appreciate that, Randy. Hey,
Thank you, Randy.
it's a slow start
Randy,
for
our
Monday.
show's
People
really
are depressed.
We're
you know?
struggling.
All right, Randy. Sip a lifeline. Bill, a lifeline for Sip for one question as always. First question to you: what is the nickname for UTSA? Texas San Antonio. What's their school name or their team name? Layup. Randy.
Randall.
For me,
Yes, this is for you.
Roadrunner.
There you go.
I did know that.
Yeah, thanks,
1-0
Jay.
lead. Well, you
That's
want
about as easy as you could get.
really?
Oh, I don't know. It's not that easy.
All right, Sip. First question: what is the nickname for Miami of Ohio?
Well, I got that, Bill. Just let me do this. I want to keep you in my back pocket. That's the Red Hawks. Did you know that?
I knew it.
Red Hawks.
Okay,
Is
but
correct.
you're in my back pocket.
Here
I
we
want to
go.
win this. We were 4-1 last week. Why is Swim making that face?
Probably because he's in some sort of a adult outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very dressed up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's got a nice shirt on. Okay, back to you, Randy, for the lead. What is the nickname for Coastal Carolina?
Chanticleer.
Wow, Randy.
I had that one too.
Randy, good
Just
job,
like
Bill.
Ord High School.
Hey,
Off
Randy,
the
good job.
Chanticleers.
Good job. I
Thank
didn't know.
you.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
Bill's in play, Sip, for the tie. Last question. What's the nickname for South Alabama?
Got it. Jaguars. We are better than this than we
Yes.
thought.
This will go to you guys, and Randy will go over.
Ooh, Randy has the
Collaboration.
advantage.
Collaboration.
Randy has
Actually-
the advantage.
Actually, today, Randy, it's going to be before or after. How about that?
Okay.
Before. Question is this: what year did South Alabama move from FCS to the FBS? This is for you
I
guys.
need help here. FCS to the FBS. I just need
to
help.
the Sun Belt. That's where they
Write down a
gone to.
number. Let me see if I.
Yeah, what year? And
To
then-
the Sun Belt.
Yeah. Just yeah. That's where they went. But
What do you think?
It's pretty good.
Change if you want.
No, we're doing it. I'm taking Bill's number, 2008.
Okay, before.
I thought we hit it on the dot.
2008 for South Alabama to the FBS, Randy.
Before.
Good job. We've won 5 of 6.
The answer was 2012.
Good job.
South Alabama. So, Randy, thanks for calling in. We'll get your bagel and coffee
Randy
and call down the road. Nice try.
Coastal Carolina, Joe Moglia,
yeah.
He coached under Pelini.
Yeah.
And now Tim Baxter coach.
That's true. Nebraska connections for days at Coastal Carolina.
You nailed it.
Thanks, Randy.
Randy, you were on.
He's on top of it.
Hey, that's 5 wins in 6 games.
Yes.
Good
Change
job.
that. Ben, can you change the score?
They're hot.
42 and 34. We're now 8 games over. Like an NBA playoff team. We're like JJ Redick.
If you're in the East, 6 and 6 is a 3 seed right now.
Is that right?
NBA.
Can we talk NBA quick? Is that true that Cleveland hasn't lost yet?
They're undefeated.
That's insane. Aren't they like 14-0 or 13?
Confirm this.
I mean, that just doesn't happen.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, as of right now, are 15-0.
What's the all-time record to start?
That I don't know for sure.
Donovan Mitchell.
I think they're the 3rd team ever to start 15-0, though.
Yeah. They got Donovan Mitchell. They got that former USC center, Jake. Come on.
Mobley.
Jake knows everything.
He's amazing.
There's a chance. There's a chance by Christmas they've locked up a playoff spot. They've got a playoff spot locked up.
They've got Darius Garland. Even in last
Garland's really good.
They won last night, and Mitchell didn't even play.
Donnie didn't play.
Did not play.
So how do you go 15?
You know how good Donnie Mitchell is.
Yeah,
he's very good.
But I'm just saying, because in the NBA, there's some games you go, yeah, well, I don't care. I'm just checked out. I'm just checked out.
Kind of, Bill. I've always sort of resisted that conversation. I think that was maybe a bigger thing when we were kids. But I watch these games and these guys play.
But that's a heavy culture based to get to 15.
And by the way,
that's not just talent. They're just really good.
No, 100. It's a first-year head coach. Kenny Atkinson has never been a head coach before. Wow. He's 15-0 to start his career.
A lot of that's Donnie, though.
Hello,
Mitchell.
Yeah,
it is. Mitchell's a dude.
Impressive.
Wow.
You seen Donnie Mitchell play?
He's good.
You think he wouldn't be a good football player? Like a linebacker, outside linebacker. Whew.
The spillover is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Beecham from Brand Lincoln Podcast and Perch Merch, your go-to in Lincoln for printing and promotional needs. Speaking of that, we are running a huge hoodie sale now through November 30th to save you big money on great brands. 20% off everything from Nike and Bella Canvas pullovers to Gildan and Port & Company sweatshirts and district fleeces. Get yours for your group or organization today by calling us at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
Mulberry Barbecue is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Busch Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Busch Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BuschFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone. These franchise clinics quickly find out it's not easy to compete with Limitless Male. Limitless is locally owned and operated with a flawless protocol that has elevated them to be the best in men's testosterone replacement and sexual performance. By adding GLP-1s, our patients are losing weight in a healthy way. To feel your optimal best, schedule a free consult at limitlessmale.com.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com. Transform your view with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything while keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
We're on the air.
Back.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ridiculous.
It is time for the spillover with AD, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, One Love. And while most of the state's depressed because of what happened in LA and in Sioux Falls yesterday, me and AD are pretty happy this morning. Dolphins got the dub against the Raiders, and more importantly, because it was a major battle for the top of the AFC North, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, hey, my bad, wrong mic. There we go.
No
Pittsburgh
worries.
Steelers. A defensive slugfest, 18-15. They beat the Ravens 8-2. Mike Tomlin getting it done.
Jeez, Tom.
I love it, man. I love it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
It was a slug match for sure.
You've gone through a lot as a Steelers fan. Jake has this. And what's happening? I heard a beat writer on radio talking about the Steelers, one of their beat writers, and how Russ has won that locker room. The Russ story is amazing.
You know, I'm pleasantly surprised. I really am, because I just didn't know what to expect with Russ. If it was going to be Seattle Russ or let me take that back. Denver Russ wasn't horrible.
First year was bad. Second year was fine.
Yes. First year was not very good. Second year was, but I'm just glad. We've seen some uncharacteristic things out of the Ravens yesterday. Derrick Henry hadn't fumbled literally in 3 years.
Oh, he fumbled?
He fumbled. It was huge. Like it was early, like second play, not second play of the game, but it was early.
Big man.
Just see again, the Ravens offense has been an absolute wagon this year. They like the Lions. The Lions score like a ton. The Ravens do too. 15 points for the Ravens. Now that's pretty typical for that matchup. For some reason, Steelers Ravens, even if they're both having good offenses, it's always a low scoring game.
It's a slug match.
Always.
What was the hitting like in that game?
It was physical.
Vicious.
It was vicious. And also just very uncharacteristic things by Baltimore. Justin Tucker, who's normally automatic, 2 missed field goals.
He's dropped off this year. Bad.
Yes.
I think he's missed 6 kicks this year.
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes. Justin Tucker, he helped us out yesterday as well with the two missed field goals. And, of course, like I said, Derrick Henry's fumble. But Pittsburgh just played just alley football. And it's always going to be that way with Baltimore. Like you mentioned, Jake, it's always going to be that way. So was definitely happy to see that.
I really this morning I feel really bad. We'll do NFL winners and losers tomorrow, but I feel really bad for one team and their fan base. It is well known that the Chicago Bears struggle mightily against the Green Bay Packers, right? It's well known.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears had a chance to beat the Packers yesterday. They're down 20-19. Had a 45-yard kick, and just like the Chiefs game last week, ended with the blocked field goal.
Yeah.
Bears field goal is blocked, and they lose to the Packers again, 20-19. Some teams just can't have nice things, and that is just the Chicago Bears this year. Hail Mary loss.
Yeah.
Blocked field goal, straight on kick.
Against your rival.
That's rough.
That is really rough.
Yeah, they're snake bitten this year, man.
And the Chiefs go down.
They did. The Chiefs fall to the Bills, 30-21, the final score in that game.
It was. And how about the run by Allen?
It was
the run.
So the play, the Bills are up by 2, and you could kick a field goal. Now Tyler Bass has been not reliable. Besides beating the Dolphins with a 60-yard kick, that's a different story though. But they say, all right, 4th and 3, we're going to put the ball in the hands of our quarterback. Josh Allen scrambles for a 26-yard touchdown. Ball game. Bills win 30-21.
And it was a running back.
God.
It was a run that a running back would make.
It was beautiful.
He carried a guy into the end zone. It was amazing. People saw it, so I don't have to describe it in great detail. But there was still a guy with a shot at him inside the 5. Allen saw him coming, and unlike most quarterbacks that have ever played the game, just takes on the guy. Just takes him on. He's. Do you understand what an anomaly he is?
He's a horse out there.
The way he runs the ball.
Yeah.
You can't run your quarterback like that very often.
No.
Lamar can. But if you saw Dylan Raiola do that, you go, what are you doing? What are you? You're going to get killed.
And then he gets the benefit of the doubt. He does it every game. He does it every game.
He's a dude.
And he does not get hurt. I mean, Josh Allen does not get hurt.
Big, strong athlete.
He's like a tight end running down the field. He really is.
Just happens to be a good thrower.
Yep, absolutely. And the thing about that game yesterday, Buffalo, you could just kind of tell they had a resolve about themselves. Like, we're not going to lose this game.
Nope.
There was a resolve about them last night, and it was apparent.
It was, and the crowd at the end. Wow, those players were asking for noise, and I can't imagine how noisy that place was. I mean, on TV it sounded really noisy, but Allen is worth $1 zillion. I mean,
now
he's worth anything he's paid.
As a Dolphins fan, he annoys me, but I also like.
I'm sure
I enjoy the guy. I root for him, even though he's on the enemy team. I guess how can you dislike Josh Allen? He does not. He never says anything bad.
Nope.
He's not like annoying in terms of hey, this dude always is always talking crap. He's a likable guy, and he can tell he loves football. That dude loves the sport of football.
Perfect Buffalo quarterback.
He is perfect in Buffalo.
Yeah, and leaves it on the field every time.
God dang.
Every time.
You know what I love? You know what kind of radio I love? You guys could do this every day, and I'd listen to it. Rank the NFL quarterbacks. I love the rank the NFL quarterbacks discussion.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, 32. Okay, start with there.
Who's been demoted? I see this morning too.
Tommy DeVito is taking over. That's not a good. That's not good.
No, and you paid Jones all that money.
Are you still say Mahomes is number 1?
Right, not this year. No, I don't say that right now at this moment.
Oh, who do you put number 1? Burrow?
No, Burrow's great. I'd say either Josh Allen or right now this year. Lamar Jackson's going to be in that
Jackson.
conversation.
Okay, yeah.
So those two,
Like Mahomes,
you say
obviously-
those two?
I would take those two.
I mean, Mahomes,
Yeah.
the team had won 15 straight games, and he's a part of it, but his stats are just down this year. That team is carried right now by its defense. It is.
Yeah.
The Chiefs' defense is carrying them to success.
Yeah.
You don't say Mahomes is the greatest quarterback in the world.
I would say he's
Well, and
definitely
he's the most clutch
If you look at
quarterback.
numbers, he's not right now. But as far as I would say this going down the clutch, I don't think you go wrong with him, Mahomes, Lamar, or big guy from Buffalo. We just talking about
Josh Allen.
or Josh. I don't think you go wrong with any of those guys. Clutch, Mahomes still gets it done, though, man.
Where's Herbert?
No, he's top
Down
15,
the list?
Top 15.
Down the list.
He might be top 10, but he's not.
I would say he's top 10, but he's not the guy I'm going to say,
He's
yeah,
like-
I want
he's
him.
like 8, 9, 10 range, something like that.
He's up there.
Well,
Yeah.
we will let AD discuss Nebraska during the drive. That's it for us. We will see you tomorrow.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone. These franchise